All right, we are just about ready to start our first speed run. We're finalizing the rules here with our players. We are going to go from level 0 to level 19, so that's 190 lines. Everybody ready up there? Got to go ahead from the ref, from the players. All right. First event, CTWC 10. Count it down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And off they go.
So up on stage, we have a nice international mix. Obviously, we have Corian from Japan, Chris Tang and Dilo from the States, and we have Lars from, I believe it's Belgium? Yes. So that's a nice mix. Obviously, this is the 0 to 19 speed run. And when you start on 0, there's a lot of pressing down. So you see our players building up high, trying to minimize the press down time. Look at Corian go.
Kauser has built a great wall.
Kauser, my bad.
So this is reminiscent of the 1990 Nintendo World Championships because that was a timed Tetris event that started on level 0. So you see all kinds of crazy builds to minimize the piece time.
Mm-hmm. You just saw Kauser pass up on a Tetris because being able to stack up this high minimizes that drop time.
And so this is like whose line is it anyway? The scores do not matter.
That show's still on, right?
I think it's
still on.
Yeah, like.
You can see like people blocking their wells up really high. It actually does not matter at this speed. If you block your well, you should be able to unblock it pretty easily. We saw a nice little tuck from Chris Tang. Of course, he had to wait for it to drop far enough to tuck it. Boom! Tetris for Kauser.
Dilo is way up there.
So this is kind of like the 100-line strat, where you just play up top, you get a lot of singles and doubles. But again, it's minimizing that press down time that can be such a killer in this speedrun.
It's a really different game, obviously, because we don't see the top players play at these such low speeds that they can mess around way up there. This kind of reminds me of Tetris 99.
Of course, there's no hold box. You don't get to see the next 5 pieces.
No fireworks.
You're still dealing with the NES Tetris RNG, which even at these speeds can be brutal. Boom, Tetris for Dilo. Let's see, who is 30? Okay. So Dilo and Kauser in the 40s in lines. We're going to 190. That's level 19.
I remember last year we didn't have a lot of finishes, so don't quit. If you're behind slightly, one mistake can cause a top out, and then you can slide into a victory.
That's true. You gotta keep playing. We actually watched a pretty good one-night-only tournament that was a 0 to 100 line speedrun. And you saw people starting over and actually still being the first to finish.
Those are speedrun rules. You have a bad run, hit that reset button and go. But we're not going to play by that. If you are out, top out, then you are out.
So Kauser has slid ahead a bit, but he is working with a slightly elevated left side situation. He's the only player that's on level 6 at this point.
It's definitely unique architecture for what we're used to.
Yeah, if you see this during the actual tournament, you should be worried.
You should be booing
for your favorite player, because this is not what they want to look like.
Negative emotes on chat. But in this, we're cheering them all on. Kauser nearly at level 8, and this is where you're going to start transitioning to a traditional game.
We have Lars and Chris Tang tied up at level 5 right now. Plenty of time still to go.
Dila's hanging in there, level 7.
The worst color scheme, everyone agrees. Can't see, don't know what's happening.
We can see it great thanks to Trey's
beautiful,
but the players, not so much.
Everyone is playing on original
monitor
hardware.
upgrade. We don't get to see the monitors, but they have very nice Commodore monitors this year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, everyone's playing on original hardware. This is NES. This is CRT, the cathode ray tube televisions. This is legit. Oh, and look at this drought up top. Doesn't matter as much on level 9, but still, we're getting into the 30s for Kauser. And there it is. Boom, Tetris for Kauser. And he will be our first to crack 100 lines. He's about 9 lines ahead of Dilo. We have Tang and Lars in the late 70s. Boom, Tetris for Kowser. Tetris is all over.
Interesting strat from Chris Tang with the column 9 well. I guess that's sort of a...
I mean, if you're trying to build higher, you don't necessarily want to use every long bar for a Tetris, so you might as well just stack up a wall.
It's almost like the combo strat in Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So Corian is advanced to level 12. Dilo's right behind him, just one Tetris away. Chris Tang with another drought. My goodness. Ooh, it looks like a little awkward placement. It's an interesting strat from Kowser, just kind of 2 off the ground at the very bottom.
Yeah. We'll see when he decides to get rid of that, or if he will, or if he can.
Obviously, the hyper tapping can be a huge advantage in the faster drop speeds in terms of survival.
He did top out last year in the finals, so that's just something to be aware of.
Very possible.
These aren't given.
Now Lars navigating a drought. Oh, gets out of it.
But the level 18 speeds start at level 16.
Dilo is a bit of a bowl of doom there in the center. Should be able to clean it up pretty nicely.
So everybody's paring their boards down to where you would normally see in a normal CTWC match.
Now, once you hit level 16, 17, and 18 are the same drop speed. And obviously the tournament usually starts on level 18, and that's what we're all used to seeing. So if you're up a little too high at that transition to level 16, it can really work against you. Kowser looking really nice, flying through 16. Dilo nipping at his heels. We have Chris Tang and Lars on the very nice level 12 color palette.
It's very festive. Reminds me of spring.
And you can see Kowser still pressing down on level 17.
It's 15 lines to go.
And he's 1 off the ground still, so there's still a bit of elevation here. It's 0 to 19, not through 19, so they don't actually have to play at 19 speed.
20 lines to go for Dilo. Kowser's looking nice and clean.
That was a
with
good
triple.
adjustment.
2 more to go.
And gets that bottom one.
And there it is.
Kowser advances.
Kowser advances.
I just want to applaud his dedication in hanging on to the wig for several years now. Looks great on him.
When we get a signal from the ref, we'll count it down. All right. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Again, a nice international mix. We have Eris from Switzerland and Yanni from Finland, rounding out the W in the CTWC. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it.
Metal Beast is not used to the 0 speed. He missed that obvious tuck.
Tucks take forever, though. It might be a better strat just to misdrop and build on top of it.
This is the way we played Tetris the first time we opened it back in 1990.
You fools.
Yeah.
Yanni already swaying. Gotta love it.
Is it a slow sway for the level 0? Yeah.
Speed up according to the tempo.
Yeah. These are Sonic colors, by the way, so we should be playing faster.
Andrew's build looking very solid. Love what I'm seeing up there. It's fun to see these players press down. You can tell a lot of them normally don't.
The tucks are brutal at this speed because you really can't. It takes way too much time to push down and then let go and then wait.
And honestly, even pressing down, sometimes you press down, you think it's locked, and then you have to wait another half second for it to really lock in.
So would you call Yanni's setup alternating burn Tetris builds?
This is actually a great strat for the 0 to 19 speedrun. You have a nice situation on the bottom that you can unlock pretty easily, and then you just play on top of it until the drop speed increases. So I approve of everything I'm seeing on the stage right now. Great work, everyone.
And with Metal Beast's ability, he's going to send all of his Smash Boys over to the left. First drop of that official new term. Thanks, Jeopardy.
They fell for it. We're hearing booms all over.
Should I make an announcement?
Look at this 74% Tetris rate for Andrew. Very nice. As long as you do them quickly. So let's see where our players are at right now. We have Metal Beast and Eris approaching 40 lines, which is level 4. Yanni's right there with 36. Andrew's there with 35. So it's a pretty tight pack.
In the exciting world of Speed Tetris, we actually have pit stops. So we're going to go to a controller change mid-game. Watch this momentary. Look at this. Let's get a timing on the pit crew here.
A controller swap. How dramatic.
Get a top off the fuel tank. Get some new tires.
Excellent,
well done.
Excellent. These are things you're not going to see in the main tournament.
No.
If all goes well.
That's my controller, so that could be very good or very bad. Let's find out.
Sabotage. So let's see. We have Eris taking a bit of a lead here up at 62 lines. He's on level 6. We have Metal Beast at 50 lines, Yanni at 47, Andrew right there with 45. But Eris starting to pull ahead a bit, and then actually as the drop speed increases, it's a little bit easier to increase your advantage, as long as you don't miss drop.
I like the Tetris wells on column 3 and column 7. That's just the leaving the 2 gap on either side.
It's there are a lot of modern Tetris build philosophies about the best place to place your well, and you know, I'm sure people are very into what was happening
way
up there.
beyond my intellect. I'll just notice it and point it out.
There you go. So Metal Beast making up a bit of ground. He's nipping at Eris's heels now. You can see him just building very clean. Got a little bit of a head shake from Yanni. I'm not sure what that was about. Probably didn't like a piece. The RNG can be terrible. So actually with the line clear delay, you do want to try to go for more Tetrises just because it adds time to your
At least
weight.
Multiples. You want to avoid the singles for sure.
Right. Single, single, single. You're going to be watching that animation
That's a
for
lot
a
of
while.
carbs with those extra buns. Let's go for the double.
Right. So you'll see more people going for triples and doubles, but singles, not ideal. So Eris is approaching the level 10 transition.
Eris is in his first CTWC official live stage moment.
Gets there with the Tetris. Metal Beast still right behind him. And Andrew has pulled ahead of Yanni. But Yanni knocks down, nope. He waits, and he still waits. And nope, still waits. And then, nope, still waits. Takes a double, still waits. My goodness, I never know what Yanni's gonna do. I love watching him play. An unfortunate Z, but the drop speed is still slow enough. It should be fine. Eris making a bit of a separation there between him and Metal Beast. He's at 120 lines, level 12. Still building very clean.
They're all in great shape to transition to a normal game whenever they want. This is as textbook as you would hope with.
Yeah, you can see people go a little too aggressive with the high builds, and then once it gets to the faster drop speed, their stack just cannot handle it. Ooh, Yanni with a Z burst up there. Not what you want. Oof. Slightly wrong pieces every time. This'll help. We have Peter 5 lines behind Eris. Right there.
Eris is cruising now.
He's got to build up a little bit, though, and Peter has a stack to work with.
How much higher do you want to go at level 14?
It depends on how comfortable you are at the higher speeds.
Isn't that always the answer?
Andrew's
Ooh.
stack looking a little cheesy up there. Couple holes all the way down, but hey, that could lead to really great down stacking. Oh,
missed out by
Eris with a
Eris.
slight
That could be
miss drop.
trouble.
He's on his way to level 16, which is
With
the
that-
same drop
That
speed.
16 transition, that's going to
Right.
be bad.
He's up just high enough. He's got a handful of lines to kind of try to get it down.
There we go.
That'll help. If he can get a line for the left.
And as we talk, Metal Beast has tied this up. He's just behind the 2 lines at the moment. This would be a fun race here. This is an actual, we don't know who's winning yet.
Ooh, and Air's still dealing with some rough pieces up there.
There it is. There was
A
RNG was his
helpful
friend
line
there.
bar, yeah.
Metal Beast's in trouble too.
If he can get anything.
Yanni could come all the way back in this situation.
So could Andrew. Andrew's actually ahead of Yanni.
With the controller change, the Bidwell magic, I like going to call it.
Peter's actually looking really good.
So Eris is at 18, 6 lines to go. Metal Beast is down at the bottom with 4 lines to go.
And
there
that's
it
Eris.
is. Nicely done, Eris.
Peter right there,
That was a
but
tremendous
Aris
finish.
took it. Great work, everybody. If we are ready, if we get the signal from the ref, count it down.
Sure.
3,
3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Ooh, Frank with a tuck, and then he tried to move the next piece, and his current piece wasn't yet locked. It takes a while for pieces to lock in at level 0 drop speed. We have Josh building a left side well. Like it.
I suspect some hurt thumbs at the end of this match.
Yeah, NES controllers are not great on the fingers.
No.
It was a really nice adjustment from Josh for the next piece.
Frank is the world record holder in the NWC 1990 cartridge, which is a Tetris speedrun, so
Simul
he has the
Tetris.
strat.
Chad and Fredowich. Well timed, guys. You can see Chad willing the pieces down with his head. I think it was working. Keep going.
Do we need to hire a midwife to tell everybody to push?
And push and breathe.
Josh is way up there.
Josh, we saw last year, Josh can build high, dirty Tetrises and not even break a sweat. He's a very fun player
Did
to
you
watch.
see how long that delay was with the burn?
So actually, if you want to practice spins, look at how much time you have on level 0 to figure out the rotation. It's really
These
nice.
builds are crazy.
Boom! Tetris for Josh. Move Friday Witch needs, she gets one helpful piece. Okay, she's fine.
She's great. Look at that.
So in the 100-line speedrun, you'll see people kind of do a tree up the center, just stack up pieces and then play on top of them, close to the top of the screen. Because we go to level 19 or through level 18, you actually need to be able to burn down and play on those levels. So you will not see that strategy here unless someone is feeling particularly bold. But for those later levels, it's going to work against you.
Yeah. These games are neck and neck, but since they're so tall, they're giraffe necks.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
No, thank you. It is fun to look at the Tetris rate, even though it doesn't really matter in this particular matchup. We have, let's see, everyone in the 40s. This
is a good rate match.
necks and necks is what this is. Frank with just a slight advantage at 52 lines. Everyone kind of has a different approach, whether you build a well, cover it up, and play on top like Josh is doing. Personally, the approach I prefer just makes a lot of sense. Looks great. And then you see Friday and Chad with kind of these high builds, but then a big open well, which also works nicely. I'm not saying it's bad. Whew, Chad getting real high up there. You see the Tetris head shake?
These are some anxiety builds for me. Yeesh.
It is tricky when you're used to the higher speeds. You see this color scheme and you think it's level 27, and your heart kind of starts racing. Oh, Frank. He's fine.
There are 3 players with over 70, and Friday's right behind with 68.
She got a bad square, but she's able to unlock. Keep it open. Keep it going. Frank starting to pull ahead a bit, but Josh is right there.
Now, before they got that high, did they flip the KO over to attacker and try to get all the fireworks at one time?
Shiny, shiny lights. He's referring to Tetris 99. That is not what we are playing right now. But it is very fun. All right, Frank playing really clean.
Oh no!
This
With the
he
hanging
is
L.
nice flip tuck.
I think he's going to dig out of it.
The drop speed is still, yeah, there he goes, nice. Still slow enough that a misdrop like that is not that devastating. It can mess with your mental state for sure. Get you shook.
And Frank is in the lead right now with 112.
But Josh right there with 108.
Again, whoever makes a mistake.
And
will
Chad
fall
right there with
behind.
109, and Friday right there with 102.
This is great.
What a matchup. Oh my goodness, indeed.
Tetris faster!
Chad keeps shaking his head. He stopped pressing down the pieces, and now he's just shaking his head. My God. A 3-line difference right now between Frank and Josh. Josh, I think, is talking to the game. They're moving too slow, he says. Just really nice, kind of elevated clears there from Josh. Great to watch.
Oh, missed drop by Friday.
Looks like a bit of a hang up there for Chad also.
A bit.
A bit, you
That's
know.
a snakehead.
He's making art. Let's see. And with that, Josh briefly takes the lead from Frank. He had 141 to 140 for half a second.
This is
Back and forth. He takes it again. Frank takes it back. Josh is now moving the pieces with his
And
body,
Chad-
and it's
Ooh.
working.
This is going to go down to the wire. This is great.
So they're on level 15, approaching that 18 drop
And
speed.
they can start feeling the rhythm now. The tradition. Oh,
Less
this drop for
pressing
Friday
down.
might be enough.
Ooh, it's tough when you're up that high. And Friday is out. GG's to Friday. Tied at 160 lines right now, Frank and Josh. And Chad's right there with 158. Ooh, a little Z-burst. Yeah, not great.
Chad's got to clear out that
But-
one guy, and he's going to do it right there.
Really helpful pieces there.
Josh is taking the lead at 172. 18
This
lines
is
to
his,
go.
I believe, largest lead of the match so far.
Oh, and Frank tops out.
And the crowd groans. It is down to Chad and Josh.
This
Chad
is
is back 6 lines, heading into level 18. Josh is already there.
RNG might be the factor.
Oh, that's
Josh
me.
with that fortunate line piece. He only needs 7 more to go.
Oh! Oh! The misdrop! And then the... Oh! And Josh is out!
Chad still needs to finish, though, with this Tetris. He did it!
Chad takes it!
Wow!
Chad, your winner of round bracket 3. I'm literally on the edge of my seat. This is amazing.
That was fun. All right. Players ready in 3, 2, 1. Tetris!
Woo! They are all very focused. It's very serious. I feel like people know who Joseph is, right?
Some guy.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, nice tuck. Whole body tuck.
That required 15 taps to get that over.
It's amazing what he can do.
As I'm
You see Robin dealing with the very slow drop speed, trying to tuck some pieces in there. Oh, just the wrong pieces for Robin. Kind of a bummer. And you see Mega Retroman shaking his head up there. And sticking his tongue out. You don't want to do that to RNG. He will punish you.
almost a regular Tetris game forces you to make a decision. This lets you be indecisive.
Yeah, back and forth, here, there. No, flip it. Ooh, Robin up nice and high, eliminating that drop time. And it is shockingly. Oh, actually, Mahara just took the lead by 1 line. Joseph not leading, now he is. Boom,
Robin
Tetris
Mihara
Robin.
with the lead over the champ. Robin's daughter is watching him up front.
That's true. She's cheering him on. It's nice to have that kind of support.
You're familiar with the family in the crowd, aren't you?
A little bit. All right, so we have Mega Retroman in the lead with 36 up. Joseph, ooh, you're up high. He's fine. A little elevated clear. And then a misdrop, but he gets the long bar.
This. Oh, no!
And Joseph tops out on level 3. It's the only time I'll ever be able to say that.
Oh my, I can beat 18,000.
F's for Joseph. I think he's going to be okay in the long run. But right now, F's for Joseph. Great adjustment from Robin there to adjust for the next piece. It was really nice. All right, so where are we at? We have Robin in the lead with 54 lines. Mega Retroman right behind him with 52. Oh, actually, Chris Brady pulls ahead, 57. This is 3 necks against each other.
So many F's in chat for Joseph. That's his first CTWC loss ever, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm seeing really good, clean builds from all players right now. Just knocking down Tetrises. You hear the little bling-ling-lings?
Love me some flashy flashies.
It's the official term, I think.
That's my
Flashy
official terms.
flashies. And we have Robin back in the lead by 1. He's at, 78 lines. We have Mega Retroman at 73, 77. Stop scoring, it's confusing. It's anyone's game right now. Ooh, Brady with 2 rough pieces in a row. He'll be fine. Maybe. I love the left side Tetrises from Mega Retroman right now. Nice little change up, you know?
Joseph's so broken he went out of focus.
It was too much emotion for everyone to handle, you know? We had to go
camera
to
was
the
crying.
soft focus. It is Mega Retro Man and Robin. Back and forth. And Chris Brady's right there too. No one's really pulling away with the lead right now. We saw in the last round a lot of late game top outs. So there is a matter of you have to be safe. You have to be prepared for RNG, you have to be prepared for the drop speed. Anything can happen. Boom Tetris for Chris Brady. And another one. Boom Tetris for regular Regiment. Bang. You can call your own booms if you want. It's
Robin
still,
with the center well, yeah.
Yeah, only it's a spread of 3-line difference between these players right now. So close.
Could come down to RNG, but I think it'll come down to skill too.
One would hope. That might be the largest lead of 5 lines there for Robin. And there it goes. We have Mega Regiman building up nice and high, so that could help him out if he gets a couple helpful pieces. And there, and then there, and yep. Boom Tetris for Robin. Now it's Robin and Chris Brady right there. Chris has stayed nice and aggressive, building pretty high still and minimizing that drop time. They're all right there. They're all in the 130s right now. It's
How high
back
would
and
you want
forth.
your stacks at level 13? Maybe slightly past halfway?
13, yeah, maybe by the next box, you could feel okay kind of handling whatever RNG comes at you.
Hey Joseph, who do you got?
It's pretty close. It's too close to call. They were all 142s and 140. Like, it's right there. It's anyone's game still. I mean, this was just randomly seeded, but what a close matchup we have here. Mega Rich Man, proud of what just happened there. An emphatic head nod. And timely long bar for Chris Brady.
One line separates all 3 players right now.
So this is the 16, 17, and 18, like we said, same drop speed. So this is tournament speed at this point.
This is a race to 15 lines right now.
You can still press down at this speed if you have a good plan.
It's intense. It's quiet in here.
Yeah.
We were all having fun before. Now it's serious.
Mega Retroman with a slight lead. He's at 180 lines. He's got 10 lines to go. There go 4. Robin's right there with 182. Brady's right there with 181.
This could be a split second. This is a photo finish.
Oh
my
Mega
goodness!
Retroman!
Wow! Paul takes it by less than a second. Robin
we
was
need
right behind
a
him.
literal photo finish with the pieces and the animation right there. Wow.
Well done.
And the crowd goes wild.
So we have our final 4.